Oh, the smell of tomatoes. I love the smell of tomatoes. Hi, my name is Christopher. I live here in Norway, and this is my hobby. I'm making this YouTube channel as almost like a dedication and a tribute to Ray at the Praxxus55712 channel. He's been a huge inspiration and made me decide that okay, I'm actually gonna try it, and hopefully somebody will watch the program. I'm doing a lot of crazy stuff. Everything as you can see. I have tomatoes, I have cucumbers back here, I have more tomatoes, I have garlic, I have mint, I have this incredible plant. This is a zucchini. I'm gonna take you in a little bit later. We're gonna talk a little bit first, get to know each other, but this is something I want to show you because it's doing a lot of crazy stuff underneath here. And I really enjoy this, and I really hope it's gonna work out because you wouldn't know it, but it's actually putting out fruits. Or is it a fruit? You know, this is my level of gardening. I have no idea what I'm doing here, but I'm working my way through it, and I want to bring you along to just experience everything that I do wrong. Well, that's probably almost everything, because as I say, I have no idea what I'm doing, and but it's such a great hobby, and it really takes you away from everyday work. I live here in Norway. I've been running. Well, I'm not that old. When I'm starting to get a little bit older, but I have a lot of years left to do gardening. I'm 33. Is it 33? Yeah, I think I'm 33 years old. I living with a girl, and we have almost 1.5-year-old boy, and we have a dog. We live here in Norway in the mountain region, and it's freezing outside. Right now it's about, I would say, like 10-15 Fahrenheit minus, and that's 20-25 degrees Celsius minus, and it's really cold. I just have to tell you a little bit about what this is and what the history of it is. Of course, I'm going to show you later. I'm going to show you some images of this this house or this building. It's not a large building. It's about 300 square feet, I guess. Yeah, 300 square feet, 30 square meters. This was actually a chicken coop before. No, you would not believe it when you see the walls. I've been doing crazy work to get it up to this level. I am originally from this property. I've grown up here. It's a small village in the middle of Norway, in the mountain region, and I've spent tons of time in this building actually because we had chickens here when I grew up. My main goal of the day was to get out, pick the fresh eggs, get them out to the store, sell them, and maybe make a few kroners or dollars. And that was a huge hobby when I was a little kid. Well, at one point we actually had a horse. It was a baby. No, what's it called? A pony. It was an Icelandic pony, I think. And it stayed in this building, but it wasn't the same time as we had the chickens. But still, there's always been such a like a farm feeling. We never had a farm, but my family is from farms all around. We have farms everywhere. So in the summertime, we have cows walking on that field and that field and that field and actually that field. So it's everywhere. But it's I've always grown up having all those kind of things around me, and they grow everything, mostly grass for the cows, but it's like always been a part of me that stuff is growing everywhere and you have to take care of nature and everything. And in the years I've actually started my own company when I was 18 years old in IT. We're doing web designs and making web pages and everything, and I've been doing it okay, and I've been actually somewhat successful. So, but like everybody else that works their ass off, just at one point they just burn up, and that's what happened to me. I was doing it way too much. I was working every time, every day, wherever, and it was in the end it was too much. I got burned out from it, and I had to take almost a year off, and it was a hard time. But enough about that. What I found was that I needed a hobby, which was not dangerous, first of all, because I've been doing snowboarding and paragliding and climbing, rock climbing, scuba diving, everything you can imagine for all the years. But something happened to me when I had the bad period, and suddenly it just struck me. I love food, and I love growing my own food, and I would like to try it because I've always been fan of ecologic farming and something organic. I just love it when people put a little bit of effort into making it, and it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to taste real. And so a few years ago, I slowly started. I put up a couple of peppers, and I had I didn't do any tomatoes, but I had oregano, and I had mint, and I had all those basic flavors that we were using on a normal day. And of course I had cucumbers. I love cucumbers. And the first year was a success. It was especially good year because as I say, we live in the mountain regions, and it's not often that it's too hot, so it's not a good climate for having cucumbers and peppers and tomatoes and all those kind of vegetables. They normally need a little bit more than what this weather climate kind of provided. But I was trying it, and it was a huge success the first year. So that's what made me want to go the second year, which was of course last year. And I started out. I've never done thing halfway. When I get interested in something, I go all the way. I go straight to the bank with it, and like in work, I really care about the things that I'm interested in, and I of course did it the full-blown way the second year. I made a huge garden outside. Actually, I bought a greenhouse, a small greenhouse. So I had that running. I had a cornfield, and I had a separate spot where I had lettuce, and I had oregano, and I had sugar snap peas, and I had bok choy, and I had carrots, and I had you name it, I got it. And I had a strawberry field and all kinds of crazy things. But I was still in the learning curve in the start, so I didn't have any clue about good soil. I didn't know squat about making compost. I didn't know anything, and so as the growing season got along, I started. Back in May, I think, I started watching YouTube videos of people doing stuff, because I always, like I had in the greenhouse, I had melon growing, like the cantaloupe. but it flowered, it put out the fruit, but it died off every single time. So that's what actually led me to YouTube, to watch videos on why is this not going on, and it suddenly dawned on me, well, you need to pollinate it because it puts out male flowers and female flowers. And that was something I know about the birds and the bee, but I didn't know that you had to do that on a flower grown. Well, it's not technically inside, but it's like a greenhouse, so it's not going to be the insects pollinating it. So, and then I stumbled, of course, I stumbled upon Ray's videos from the Praxxus55712 channel, and I started watching, and I was watching and watching and watching and watching, and I think I watched almost every episode that he's put up, and I've enjoyed every single one of them. And it's the thing that I like about what he's doing is that he takes you on a journey. You've seen tons of videos out there where people just show you this is how it starts. You put the seed in the soil, and then they have like a 14-day period where there's nothing, and they put in the clip and they expand and expand and expand, and suddenly you have like one video showing for 4 minutes, showing everything from seed to a full-blown plant. And that wasn't the way I was going with it, because I wanted to be this is a journey for me. This is not something that I want to know everything from start to finish. I don't want to see what's inside the packet until Christmas Eve. I want to be able to work my progress, and that's what I found so interesting about Ray's videos. He actually takes me from one point and just shows you gradually how he's doing stuff, and that was really interesting to me, because I was able to see stuff, and it was a little bit of history about everything, and he isn't occupied by showing people everything from start to finish in all the videos, and he's not making series about everything. There's so many gardeners out there who are so preoccupied by making everything so perfect that in the end it starts getting to a point where it's not personal enough. I like my program to have a little bit of a documentary to it. So when there's a pling on my YouTube and it says, "Wow, it's a new video from one of the people you subscribe to," and that's just thrilling for me. What's the story this time? And that's actually something that I would love to try to do on my own channel. I'm not gonna be in this for making as many subscribers as possible. I just want to be able to be part of a network where people enjoy what they're doing, and I have a special thing for peppers. I love peppers, but I'm not growing peppers. I'm growing peppers, but not only peppers. I'm growing everything. I have peanuts growing. I have passion fruit growing. I have what's it called? I don't know. Something. And I have some crazy stuff I got from India, no, from China, which was supposed to be lemongrass. It's not lemongrass. I have no idea what it is. But I'm growing it. I'm growing, yeah, everything. I have all crazy stuff growing. I have this area around here, and I have an area over there, and I have ginger growing. I have a separate bed for ginger, and I have this garlic. I don't know if you can see it from over there, but I have garlic growing, and this is something that I enjoy. This is a perfect example of what I'm all about. This is garlic. I got the garlic, the cloves, from actually a prison. They have an kind of open prison for people that are in prison for doing tax frauds and driving too fast, or maybe driving drunk, or all those kind of things. And so it's an open space, but it's confined to a small island, but it's it's open and the inmates are doing stuff like gardening. And they have a gardener working at the prison, and he once was in White Russia, or what's it called, back in the old days, and he got this. He got a few cloves back with him, and he's been growing it and growing it and growing it ever since, and it's been working perfect for them, and it's adjusted to the Norwegian climate. And I got a few cloves, so I say, what the hey, I'm gonna try to grow it, and I ended up with a whole bed. I don't know if it's gonna work in the end, but my main goal is to get it to survive until spring, and I'm gonna try to transplant it outside. But that's sort of the things that I'm doing. So in the coming videos, I'm gonna try to do, of course, in the start, I'm gonna do a full tour and just show you everything that is growing here, because there's a lot of fun things growing, and there's a lot of things happening. And almost every week I'm starting new seeds, I'm trying new things, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, I really don't bother, because it's not about making everything perfect. And believe me, I'm not making anything perfect now. I have problems with almost everything here, but I'm hoping you could help me try to figure out what's going on, and maybe we could continue this as a part of a community like all the other channels. And I'm going to try to get involved in other channels more, and we can get the discussion going on some of this stuff. And I would love it in the end if you guys, some of you have or you have an idea what I could grow here. I would love to try it. It's winter time now, so it's kind of difficult to get seeds, because almost everything I want to get, I need to get it online from either the States or Germany or England or something, because Norwegians, we don't have the climate for growing these things. But I've made myself a small little forest, and so I'm going to show you everything about that later. But it's my voodoo garden. I'm gonna find another name. It's well, actually, we call it the barn, or the stable, or what's it called, where you had the horse, where you have the horses, because like I said, we used to have the horse, and which is called stallen in Norwegian. So this is just stallen, and it's gonna continue to be that. Maybe I just call it stallen. It's an easy word to say in English, so well, just see if we do that. So, but what the hey, this is what's going on. If you're interested, I could bring you a little bit closer, and we can take a look at what's going on in this. It's not spectacular, but for me, it's a big deal, because I love it, and it's been flowering like crazy. So, just hold on 2 seconds. So. This is the zucchini. It's been growing for, well, it's been growing since I think I planted it around Christmas, and as you can see, it's putting out flowers everywhere. And it's been flowering. This one was flowering one day. Of course, I was at work when it happened, so I didn't see it. But if you look underneath, you can see there's actually zucchinis forming. I think this one just died. I don't know if it wanted to live or if it's actually pollinated. It didn't. I couldn't see the flower opening up, but I don't know. But you can see here it's a zucchini, and I think that's one there, and it's actually putting out one. I don't know if you can see it, but it's actually putting out one there also. So this is something that I really are looking forward to. I don't know if it's gonna work, but it's growing like crazy, and it's not in a big pot. I just put it in a regular sized pot, and I was thinking I'm just gonna try it. I don't know if it's gonna survive at all, but it's crazy sturdy, and yeah. So what do you think about that? I think it's a good start, and I'm definitely gonna grow more of these. Well, if it works out. If it doesn't work out, oh, what the hey, it's a nice plant. I like it. That's all I have for this week. I'm gonna try to, oh, I'm just gonna, sorry. I'm gonna try to put out a video maybe once a week. I'm not gonna be super ambitious. I'm just gonna do whatever feels fun to me. And it's not something, like I said, it's not something that I'm gonna push to do. And if people don't like what I'm doing, I probably will just do it as my own log of what's going on, because it's gonna be so much fun to watch it later. But I hope you enjoy it, and until next time, whoops, I hope to see you again. Oh, I'm gonna have a sign off. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I'm gonna go with May the Force be with you.